In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create secure PDF files using free software. What I mean by secure PDF files is not that they have a password to open them, but that they would have to be able to put a password in to be able to activate the copy and paste features and some other ones, so that people can't just copy the material out of your PDF file using copy and paste. And the program we're going to use for that is called OpenOffice. OpenOffice is quite a lot like Word, but it's free, and you can get it at openoffice.org. It's an open source program that was created by Apache. So all you have to do is download the version for your machine. So if you go over here to download and then pick whichever machine that you're using here. Okay, so just pick the one and download it. You can just go through the drop down list for, you'll see that it'll work on all sorts of different platforms here. Okay, so you can just download it to your computer and install it. Now you'll see that it will unpack it as it's going along and some other things, but eventually it'll install, and then you double click the icon and here's what you have here. So this is a whole Office suite. There's many other things you can do with it. You'll see here we have Document, which is what we're going to use. We have Spreadsheets, Presentations. We have Drawing, which is OpenOffice Draw, Database, and Formula. Yes, you can get new templates down here. But we're not going to really go into OpenOffice as a whole here. What we're talking about in this video is creating a PDF file. So what you do is you go into Text Document here. Okay, so now you're into a pretty much standard word processor. Has all the functions that a premium word processor would have. You can do all kinds of things with this. Okay, so if you know how to use any word processing software, then you're going to know how to the basics of this one. Of course, the things you usually use are up in this toolbar here. Here's your fonts and your sizes. So it's really dead easy to use. So all you need to do is type up your document in here if you're making a short report or an ebook or whatever you're doing. And all the tools are here for you to do that. Bring in images, a table of contents, everything. You can do it all right here. Okay, so I'm just going to create just a little sentence here, just so I can show you how it works. Okay, so at this point, you would save your document as normal. Because, of course, if you're going to edit it, you're going to want to be able to reopen it in OpenOffice. Okay, so just save it here. Okay, now you see that it's in od.odt file or ODF text document. This is its own proprietary format, and it's perfectly fine to use it that way. But if you find that you need to be using a Word document, and say you need to send a Word document out to anybody, you can go in here and then you can send it out as a Microsoft Word, whichever one you need here. But we're just going to leave it at ODT. So I'm just going to say sample. Okay, and there we go. Okay, now we have our document already. So now what we do is go to File, and then you're going to go down, way down here where it says Export as PDF. Now we get another menu coming up here. And there are lots of different things you can set here. I just always take the defaults on this screen. I don't find that I really need to worry about anything here, but of course you can change it if you want. Now, if you go over to security over on this side and then set passwords. Now, this password at the top would be an open password. So if somebody tried to open the file and you set this, they're going to need the password to open it. But that's not what we're talking about here. Of course, you can use that if you want. What we're talking about is the permission passwords down here. So you put some password in here that you can remember. Click OK. Okay, now it brings up our screen here. So you can set whether they're allowed to print it. You can change if they're allowed to change it, of course not permitted. If they're allowed copying, if you want them to allow copying, you click on this, enable text access for accessibility tools. Okay, so once you are happy with the permissions you set, click this, and then you're going to save it now. You'll see now it's a PDF. Let's give it a name here. And there it is. So now let's go have a look at it. And here is our sample and our test. Okay, so let's open up the test as a PDF file. It is a PDF file, so when we double click on it, of course, it's going to open up in a PDF reader. Okay, so here's the document that we just created, and there's my huge 2 words in there. Now, if we go over to File, or Edit actually, and we do a Select All, now we go over here, you'll see that Copy is grayed out. Okay, so we cannot copy this. If I were to do this and then right click here, you see that it's not going to let us do a copy. Okay, so this is how you can protect your content from being copied out of your PDF files.